Hello, darling hearts. It's your GAPS coach, Emma here. How are you today? I've just been for a swim in the sea, and I just don't feel the cold like I used to. I used to get into bed and have freezing cold hands and feet, and I was thinning. My hair was thinning, and I was, this was some years ago, and that's all thyroid related. Your thyroid is like the conductor that orchestrates the symphony of your endocrine system, which includes your pineal and your pituitary and your thymus, which is just above your heart, and your adrenals, just above your kidneys, and your sex organs, and all of those give out hormones. Guess what hormones are made of? Mostly fats. So got to be getting your animal fats down you, so you've got plenty of building blocks for your hormones. But I've just been chatting to a friend of mine, Claire Amos, who is an amazing chiropractor who does water fasting retreats in Devon, and I went on one last year, and it was just heavenly to just not eat any food and do nothing and live in a yurt on a hill like a hobbit. It was absolutely amazing. I highly, highly recommend it. But she does trauma release exercises. And the reason I'm talking about this is because it's all linked, isn't it? Your thyroid and your endocrine system and what you're holding in your body and whether you've got the right building blocks or not. And I benefited no end from that water fasting experience. And something else I benefited from recently was listening to the amazing music. Max Mezzowave does this amazing tones that you can listen to, and they reverberate through your whole body. And I listened to one on the cans, and it was like making my toes tingle. Anyway, I slept that night, and as I went to bed that night, my right shoulder, so I'm talking about release, I'm talking about fascia release, I'm talking about trauma release, my right shoulder sort of relaxed down onto the bed, and I was like, wow, that's better. And my diaphragm lifted, and I took a lovely deep breath. And I was like, wow, how long have I been holding my shoulder up like that? And I've sat with it and meditated, and I've worked out that it was after I had an operation on my arm when I was 8 years old. I shall show you the scar. I had an operation on my arm. What's that? I've got a big cut from doing the gardening yesterday. Look, there it is. It's my big, my scar. I broke my arm. They say you've broken the growing end of your bone. We're going to have to operate. And they left me in hospital on my own when I was 8. And it was a horrible, traumatic experience. And I think that's why I'm so allergic to hospitals. And I've been holding on to that trauma for 50 years, nearly 48 years or something. I'm only just now realising that my right shoulder is quite often tense, and that was from all that time ago. So fascia release, I need some fascia release, I need some trauma release. Claire Amos does these amazing trauma release exercises where you basically tense your muscles, and then you let your legs, you lie on your back with your knees up, and you let your legs fall out, and then you bring them together and they start shaking, and you shake off the trauma like a dog. It's crazy stuff, but these are the things we should be teaching the kids now and working with. I was around my mum's house the other day, and the TV was on, and BBC News was showing. It was Book Day, World Book Day, and Harry Potter was the theme in one of the, and like all of these little kids with the Harry Potter glasses on, and the black robes with their wands going, saying Latin things, and these poor little kids, they looked so bewildered. They looked like really lost and bewildered. They didn't look like they were really enjoying themselves. It's like they could tell they were putting on a show or something. And then I see in my Instagram feed these other schools where there are kids wearing blindfolds and reading cue cards and riding bicycles and playing ping pong. There are like schools where kids are learning to use their third eye and not needing their eyes, and how they can read a note that's in your pocket. This is what we need to start teaching the kids. So what I'm saying is we need to start opening the doorways of our perception and getting over the traumas of school and stuff that happened at school, which, school is designed to give you PTSD anyway. All right, Jack. There's a great book called School, No Place for Children by David Adelman, the People's Lawyer, which is, it's true, school is no place for children. If we can bring our kids out of those institutions and start to work with the things that they're working with is in these other academies, not getting them all into the books, which is it's the programming. All the books they're promoting in the World Book Day or whatever it is. I remember when my kids were at school, I'd read them and I go, this is so full of blue for boys and pink for girls. It's programming. It's all full of programming. I struggled to find really good books to read the kids when they were little. I think there's a lot more options now. Anyway, we need to, what I'm saying is, we want to sort of think of all possible outcomes and try to get over our programming, which is what I cover in my book, Bagel Goggles, and start to get to get down to the nitty gritty of our problems, which is a lot of it's to do with trauma and fascia release. So it's not all about the food as the medicine. And I do love to use tapping. I don't know if you do tapping. I think it's an amazing thing, tapping. You get a really big feeling. It doesn't matter where the feeling came from, but you grab hold of that feeling. You go, oh my God, I feel really sick, or I've got a knot in my stomach, or my throat feels really, that's if you've got thyroid problems, could it be that you're not actually expressing yourself? It could be that you haven't had the opportunity, because we're censored these days. You're not allowed to say what you feel like saying anyway. I have to speak in code all the time, otherwise I get taken down off YouTube. It happened the other week. So, we need to... I've ranted and now I've lost my thread. But what I'm saying is, you get hold of a big feeling, you can use it to dispel the feeling by doing this tapping thing. It's amazing. That's an amazing trauma release as well. So yeah, getting our traumas released, getting our fascia released, going back to things that might have happened when you were literally 6, 7, 8 years old, or even in the womb, who knows. But you see, it doesn't matter where the feeling came from if you grab hold of the feeling and just go, I've got a feeling in my throat, it feels really tight. Even though my throat feels really tight, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Jack's got an itchy back. I need to take him back to the vet, so I think Jack, shush, you're making a racket. I'm trying to do a live, babe. Jack's got an itchy back. I need to sort him out. Anyway, darling heart, see me at timelesscookery.com and let's get you straight. If you've got any kind of itchiness, like Jack, I should be able to sort Jack out. I'm a gut health specialist. I think he might have mites, actually, and I might need pharmaceuticals for it. Boo. I could use neem oil, I suppose. I need a pair of clippers to clip his back, and then I could treat him topically. I'm going to do that. Anyway, love you all. If you have got cold hands and feet when you get into bed, it's your thyroid. We can do something about it. I've been swimming in the sea 3, 4, 5 times this week, and it's March, it's cold, the sea, but I just come out pink and all my skin zingy and feeling really amazing. I don't feel the cold anymore like I used to. I'm seeing all these people with bobble hats and gloves and my thyroid's working properly. That means my thermostat's working properly. It means my hormones are working properly, and yours can too. Believe me. Just come and see me because I'm a private health detective. Okay, lots of love. Bye.